if you win the knife round, which is done now. We're going to take a look at what will be the pistol round, Halvor.
We do. Molotov goes into window as we see, well, Movistar Riders actually fighting back in mid. Initial onslaught from Hellraisers does get stopped. Angel finds one. And Soaker's actually able to dip out after finding 2 frags. Not even going to get caught out and underpass. So B side control is actually pretty handily in the way of Movistar Riders with that aggressive push-up through B halls and everything. Well, there is one player in ladder room for the time being. That's going to be vacated, and Hellraisers, they need to think about where they want to go with this. Don't have any utility, so and I just have to play off of contact and hope for the best. So at this point, bombs tucked away in the corner up in connector. It's going to be on Lowell, who, for those who didn't know, used to be a Movistar Riders player.
Surprise.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of extra sense of, I guess, revenge or...
Well, it's former teammates. It's always a clash up no matter what,
win,
game,
right?
what sport. Even you have a former teammate, you're playing against them. There's going to be a little bit more of a statement involved across every round. So here we have it. 3 versus 4. The pistol round's still going on here. Just under 40 seconds on the clock. And they want to try to get this bomb down, but they're just getting torn apart here. Movistar Riders has the answers. Issa by himself. Saw him a nice crater on the nuke, and now he's just trying to fight for his life against 3 of the remaining members. Had a knife on the cards. He's only able to take out death. So pretty good pistol round, all things considered, for Movistar Riders.
Yeah, Sober doing a magnificent job early on in mid there to stem the tides. Here we see the first one pretty nicely onto Nukia. And then we'll eventually find number 2 as a proper flash coming in from Alex there to help him out. That's what they needed. A solid start as we see the GG.bet odds for the match. That was pretty tightly here. Movistar Riders at 1.89 odds. Hellraisers 1.84. So that's about as close as you can get. Oscar with the scout peering into middle. Not going to find anything on first contact. He'll spot one out in window and also sees the nade trajectory coming out from connector. But nobody on Movistar Riders wants to continue that chase or that duel. So only one, I guess, proper rifle on the side of the CTs. That's mixed well with the AUG. There's a FAMAS and Soaker. He's opted for a little bit more utility. Makes sense playing that connector position. You want that smoke, you want the flashes on all to work with, and SMGs on the remaining 3. Deagles, Head Kevlar, pretty much a full investment on the side of Hellraisers for this. See what they can actually do with it. 2 smokes left, 1 flies out. One goes into window. Now, the next one's going to be a pretty big tell as to what they want to do. Actually, not even going to smoke off top connector or catwalk before they move out, but still should do significant damage here as they find 2 kills at Nukia from Palace. He's going to find a 3rd.
Yeah, and this one's not gone well here for Movistar Riders, having not a whole lot to work with for Hellraisers, but they've certainly put it together.
Yeah, Mopas knows there's one guy in the corner here. And that's Bomb as well, actually. Ooh, this could be dicey. That's sneaks around the corner. Issa is unsuspecting. And Bomb goes down. He has found an AUG, but tagged up too much to really do anything else. 3 kills to his name, though. That's pretty solid altogether. And it did actually remove the 1 AUG that they had on their side as well.
Yep. And Hellraisers could taste victory in that round. They were so close. They had just about all the components they needed. And this is going to be Hellraiser's map pick of Mirage. So a good start for Movistar Riders on it thus far.
Let's see. It's interesting to see what kind of shape Hellraisers are coming into this with.
Yeah, after
because they haven't really played. I mean, first off, what we saw of them, this was the first pretty much edition of Hellraisers we've seen since Pro League, and it wasn't an impressive showing. Now we get to see them over the course of at least 2 maps. I mean, Mirage hasn't been a bad map for them in the past either. Let's see, though, what it comes to.
Still a save round here. 2 Deagles and a P250 for the Hellraisers, so you can't expect too much out of their side here. So going to hold on for Mixwell's roller coaster ride. Lowell with 2 big Deagle kills right there. That'll allow them to get the bomb down, and that's going to go a long way in terms of the next round. Meanwhile, there's still a chance for them to do something here if Lowell can continue to hit shots like that. Not to be confused with Lowell. Sick and tired of you guys saying Lowell.
No lulls in chat, please.
Please, no, for the love of Lowell.
Would have been the ultimate troll now if a mod just actually puts that as a ban word.
Yeah, that's kind of how we roll.
Well, We'll see the attempted retake coming in. Time is ticking low here. 15 seconds left remaining on the bomb. Mopos with the backstab. He's going to take out his former teammate, and they cleaned that up pretty nicely. There we go. Deaths lets go of it as he doesn't have a kit. And they salvage it. He's even going to pick up a kit. It's nicely done there. Making sure they get the most out of what's around on the battlefield. Oh, nice. I said that. He picks up a kit and then drops his deagle for a Glock.
Oops.
Well. You win some, you lose some.
That you do. But now weapons come out on the sides of both. So this is where things can really show us what's going to really look forward to in this matchup. AWP in Mixwell's hands. Ton of utility used to hold Hellraisers back from where they're going to try to execute onto these sites. And it looks like they want to start off with heavy B presence. Mixwell opting from window. Heavy B presence still here from the Hellraisers. Big time. That smoke's going to hold them off just a little bit. Throw a Molotov. Throw a Molotov right on top of that. And what do you have? A little more time for the side of Movistar Riders. The Spaniards. Live from Spain. Great shot here from Opez. He's really going for it.
He loves pushing down people.
Really good idea. He has to know there's more there. Don't really know about the pushing through the smoke part. But ultimately, he was set up, and he does have all that information. The bomb is down, just out of reach. It's going to set up a nice crossfire here for the Movistar Riders. If they get this op up here on Oscar, maybe they can get him activated. Or Vactivated, however you want to say it. Or not. Death's just going to make that very swift. This round fell apart right at the seams. Didn't look like a whole lot of structure in this B hit. It looked like they wanted to play on a pick. Kind of got thrown off by one smoke, and then that was all she wrote. Mixwell finds the last kill. And that first gun round has gone to, well, the bin for the Hellraisers.
Very much so. Great job from Deaths there to be able to pick up 3 frags. He had a bit of a rough go initially, at least in their first matchup on Train. Didn't quite get the hang of the quick tempo from G2 on the Eder bomb site, but seemingly hanging on here, at least for now, as Hellraisers. They will get another buy-in, even without the bomb plant. Not going to be an op on the side of Oscar, but they do have 3 smokes, 2 Molotovs, 4 smokes actually, and a fair few flashes. We'll see what they want to do with it. Smokes come out towards A, so it's just going to be the direct contact towards A with smokes. Ooh, and yeah, Angel finds the drop on Alex. Bomb's going to go down as well. Soaker through the smoke to find one. Doesn't get caught out either. Takes a lot of damage, but still alive. That's what matters. On the bomb. Angel finds Mopos, and time's starting to run out here, and so is, well, manpower. Does thus find Oscar, but at this point, Mixwell doesn't really have too much of a choice than to run away as Hellraisers get their first round on the board. That was a very well executed A hit from the side of Hellraisers. You can tell they had pretty much everything covered off in smokes, and even setting down the Molotov on bench, which is such a typical spot in the map to peer through to potentially get a couple of easy kills, maybe deny a bomb. All that good jazz. That's what you'd like to see from Hellraisers.
All the fixins. First round for the Hellraisers. That's kind of what they needed to get in the game. Should you go down 5-0, then it's 6-0, 7-0. Before you know it, you really kind of fumbled the first half, but yeah, that's not going to be the case. Mixwell back with the AWP in his hands. He's going to go for this mid pick yet again from the window. And as he backs off just a little bit, Molotov's being used. No one there to contest mid, but it's going to be a fleur-de-lis of smokes over the A site.
That's such a dirty position from Alex.
Yeah, he pushed up way far into the palace.
Just come out. Nice double swing there from Movistar.
Real good stuff. Really cleanly peaked, and it has brought them the frag that really does push them over the edge when it comes to the numbers game. So now they can play off trades for the rest of the round and win it. Meanwhile, over here on the B site, Issa has kind of walked himself all the way out. And should no one check it, he's got to be calming right now. Come on, B's clear, B's clear. But is it? Mopez is going to fall.
He's going to think it's clear.
Now here comes the cavalry. They know that it's here. They know that the hit is on. Molotov a little bit short. Might still stop the plant, though. I mean, that will, certainly. Op kill from Mixwell. Now up to Oscar. AK in hand. Can't even land the first one in the death. So 5-1, Movistar Riders.
Feeling it. Really, really feeling it. And Deaths even gets to upgrade from a FAMAS to an AK. You always like to see that, and well, the odds are definitely shifting in the favor of Movistar Riders. 1.5 to win the map. Hellraisers now not looking so hot. 2.51 actually changes to towards the very end there. That's the official odds from GGBet. We'll see though. If Hellraisers can fight back. There's another buy in tow. Galil on Issa, but at least enough smokes to be dangerous for any sort of a site take. Right now, it's a bit of a split, actually. Some people working pretty hard towards A-pit, and then the remainers towards mid. Issa with that Galil just immediately deletes that.
That he does. 4 on 4. Even strength across the board. A little bit of a disarray here from the side of Hellraisers. The fight for mid is not exactly over yet. They do still have 2 players of Movistar Riders here. In the meantime, the bomb's going to be hightailing him up towards B. Mopez ruining the day of Lau and Angel, leaving Oscar and that of Issa to their own devices. And the bomb's going to try to walk out of this B site. Barely does Oscar get that kill. He won't be able to get the second. And now they're going to figure that the bomb is going to be planted, or it's going to be tried at least. It's not a fake. The peek, the shot, the no plant. And even if he had stopped the plant right there, he wasn't going to be able to plant at all. So it was going to be the round regardless. Well played by Movistar Riders, 6-1.
How has Mopez been able to get behind people or just find an awkward timing for Hellraisers to deal with so many times already? It's been 3 or 4 times in the span of 7 rounds. Just constantly knowing when to push, when to show up to be a nuisance. Even with an MP9 just having massive impact in that round, as you said, shutting down the entire mid presence from Hellraisers. It's got the MP9 again. It's feeling it. And Hellraisers on there, and they're moving quickly towards B here. This is going to be a straight B rush. And who's extinguishing that Molotov?
Oof. Just trying to get the bomb down, man. You got to pull him around like that. Nookie, other plans for himself. Good PP50 kills there for him. Bomb down on Catwalk, and just Angel left in jail. He's by himself. That comp's going to come across that he is in the site. They're all going to try to swarm him, almost lining themselves up for a double there in the window. That was a little scary, but another round for Movistar Riders, 7-1. And things are certainly cruising along right now.
Yeah, it's been very one-sided so far. Outside of that one solid A execute that we saw out of Hellraisers, haven't had too much to offer. See, though, Movistar Riders definitely playing solidly to start off this match. So we get a pause. I'm assuming this is Hellraisers. Yeah.
That's a rough one to swallow right there.
Yeah. For those who, again, missed the start of it with the map, well, I guess the ban stages and vetoes, this is Hellraisers map pick.
That it is. And right now,
kind of wish it wasn't.
Yeah, kind of not having a whole lot to show here on their T side thus far. They will have some AKs and op in this round, so Oscar could potentially come online and show him what he's got. But in the meantime, freeze time will be coming to an end.
You want to see something else that's weird?
Oh, of course.
In this ban stage, Hellraisers removed Overpass, which is a map they have 100% win rate on.
But what about their train?
Their train? 44% win rate, which is still better than what we've seen from Movistar Riders. But then again, it is what it is.
That it is.
And Oscar with that op, showing us why he's, well, why everyone is expecting him to be one of the highest sought-after free agents once he left Mouse. So we're just going to get the response, though. Going to keep Molotov out of the corner.
Now the smoke's going over there, at least the one that the T's do have. They have one more in their pocket on Issa. And that bomb's down towards A ramp. Oh. The idea here was obviously to split A. And now they've been kind of stopped in their tracks. Meanwhile, up Catwalk, you can find Issa.
Let's move it about.
Moving about. But what about the rest of his team? It's him that's going to need to make a play here, I think.
Mixed one. Just had an inkling, I guess.
Sometimes you just get a spidey sense and, you know, get a little tingle in your spine. And then next thing you know, there's a player standing right there on Catwalk. Opt him down. It's Mixwell. Smoke there on the top of the stairs to stop Mixwell from advancing anymore. He's going to have to drop, take that peek. A fight being taken from the Palace. And in tandem, both of the players of Hellraisers will go down 8-1. What is a 4-round streak for the Movistar Riders?
Yeah, Soaker sitting at 9-1-2 right now. I feel like every time he goes into a challenge, it looks a little bit shaky as to how he controls his spray, but he's getting kills and he's not dying, so he must be doing something right. And, well, that pretty much goes across the board for Movistar Riders as we're sitting up 8-1. Hellraisers probably starting to feel a little bit of pressure. Another buy comes in. Issa only with the Deagle. Galil on Angel. Not really a whole lot of utility. 2 smokes, 3 flashes. It's going to be similar A hit to what we saw earlier. And they're not really moving out.
No, they're not, but there are some trades. It's keeping it pretty honest here on the side of Movistar Riders. 3v3 currently. Bomb not having been planted yet as it just arrived into the site, and the plant will go down. The retake is on for the Movistar Riders. Oscar playing close here to CT. If they get a nudge of this, which I feel like they did, I feel like he saw a shoulder there.
Mopus only has an MP9.
Oh, they're going to molly him off, force the fight. Really well done stuff there. So far, really good look on the retake. Still a chance, though, for the Hellraisers. Issa and Lowell now be eliminated one by one, and so will the defuse. The problem solved. Job's done. And Movistar Riders, rather.
Movie Riders, I know.
The Movie Riders.
I kind of want to say that every time myself. Not going to lie. But you're right. The way they handled that retake, super well done. And I think Mopus did spot out like a shoulder or something from Oscar.
Well, you saw that, and then the Molotov comes in. So obviously the comm was there, and then before you know it, this whole thing has kind of unraveled. Now, if they wouldn't have known he was there and he was able to swing on that or maybe
then it gets CT control, right?
Yeah, you take some of that CT control, you take away a couple of different fights that, you know, ultimately you would lose an advantage there on the defuse.
Definitely so. Mixwell not going to drop a Molotov to prevent that smoke. Kind of need to do that preemptively for it to work. So he's going to venture away from that mid area and completion. It's going to be Death's holding from ladder room, it seems, or might actually be down in underpass. A little bit unsure. Mixwell rotates around towards catwalk. New smoke comes in for window. And here's Soaker. Is going to have something to deal with. Just finds the timing on Oscar.
That AUG, man.
Hell of a weapon.
Hell of a weapon. Hell of a time to be alive. It's just trying to get something going here. They have not really control of any part of the map in particular. What they did try to do is edge out onto A ramp, and that one just went awry right away. In the meanwhile, they're going to try to regroup here, refocus it. Underpass will go Issa and Lowell. Meanwhile, top mid is going to be that of Angel. So there's going to be a hellacious gunfight here in middle or the connector area any second. Oh, my goodness. The timing from Deaths is just not very favorable, is it? Here's where things get tricky. They're caught in this fatal funnel through the connector. And if somebody does peek this, if they do get the inclination that there's 2 fights there, they're going to take it. Mixwell now knows.
So does Deaths.
Easy does it for Movistar Riders. 10-1. The Spaniards currently on par for
domination.
Domination. Interestingly enough, Hellraiser's map pick, and they just don't look all there right now, do they?
Yeah. Again, I'm not sure if the observer can hear us, or if he's again listening to the Russian broadcast. But would be interesting to see how many rounds there's been where Hellraisers have gotten more than, let's say, 3 frags. Because this feels pretty damn one-sided for Movistar Riders.
It really does. They are showing quite the problem-solving ability right now, which is even bigger problem for that of Hellraisers.
Yeah, right now we're seeing a bit of a half buy coming in from Hellraisers. They have max loss bonus, if anyone's surprised by that.
Well, it's going to be sort of an A push here, unless something goes bad. Not a whole lot they can show for themselves. They do have a scout, a couple pistols, so just getting these 2 kills right off the bat is going to help immensely. And then comes a bomb plant. 10 HP on the planter. They're going to be able to take him at least to get the bomb down.
Oh, and it's an open plant as well. And Oscar, well, he was attempting to get around to catwalk with that scout. That's been denied now, though.
Yep.
Lowell, 10 HP. He needs to find something. There we go. Deaths cleans it up together with Mixwell. And yeah, we just got confirmation 1 round with 3 kills or more. I guess this would be the second one out of Hellraisers. Doesn't really get more dominant than that, does it?
I don't even know what Twitch emote would represent that. Not Monka S.
Not Monka S, no.
Not any sort of, PogChamp. Quite the opposite, actually.
Monka W?
I don't know what that one is. But if there's
Monka,
one that
Monka
means
something.
like absolute disaster for the Hellraisers, if there's like an emote for that, then let's see it, Twitch chat. I know you got some fight in you.
Yeah.
Perhaps a little bit more than the HR do right now.
Well, smoke from mid goes out from Nukia. As we see one of the half's final stands from Hellraisers in that sense. It's going to be one of the better buys they'll have for the remainder. Up on Oscar. Into mid we go. Movistar Riders haven't really been too interested in fighting over this area for the better part of it. A little bit in the start, pistol around, Mopo's running around with the MP9 every now and again. But outside of that, they've let Hellraisers have a lot of real estate. But they've done a solid job of setting up crossfires and handling whatever comes their way.
Well, getting handled right now would be Hellraisers. Just looking at least what the stats would have looked like last round.
Nobody with more than 5 frags on the side of Hellraisers.
Nobody above 55 ADR.
Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. You're not going to win a whole lot of Counter-Strike games that way.
No, you are certainly not. Multi-kill rounds, literally only 3 of them. So, not a good look. But they're going to try to turn it around. They do have weapons this round, back in the hands of Oscar.
Yet to find a pick, though, and it's 40 seconds left. And Mopa's again with this MP9 is just lurking about. He's suspecting danger. Probably heard some steps from T-Spawn. Might get the drop on Oscar here again. Why not?
That forward positioning, you can tell he's really, they feel it. And they're kind of running for it. But now the bomb's going to be able to get out on the site. Alex over here at Ticket. They haven't cleared him just yet, but now it's time, and it will be the AK that wins the duel heads up against the Dog. Mixwell there to play games, too. He said, you know what? I want to play, guys.
Oh, is that a good position? He's going to find deaths. Finally, a man advantage for Hellraisers. It's been a while.
There we go. That's the one. Not like this.
Not like this. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. And Lowell's going to make sure that this is not one of those rounds that gets turned on its head. They managed to pick up the AWP as well. 2 rounds. 100% increase.
Oof. Oof. They're still in the fight, everyone.
Yeah, I mean, we could still have an 11-4 half.
We could. There's still a chance.
Well, time will tell if there's more fuel left in the engine of Hellraisers, as they more or less need to close out this half with 2 rounds. Or 2 more rounds, I should say. At least they have better buy. A decent enough buy coming into it. Angel takes a little bit of burn damage, but nothing really to be too worried about.
The winner of this will go on to play G2.
Mopos, he's having a bad time up in BFs through the smokes. 8 HP. Oh, nice flash. Very well done.
So blind.
That's what you want to see out of Hellraisers. So man advantage yet again. Are able to close out on it in the previous round. So what kind of rotations and adjustments that are being made on the side of the Spaniards? So far, 2-2 split. With Alex kind of lurking away, might move in towards jungle. Soaker kind of left to his own devices here in Sandwich. Angel clears the corner, deals with them promptly. Alex is able to get at least 1 return frag, but Oscar's been doing his job to make sure that Mixwell doesn't get any further. So 2v4, 8 HP on Mopos. And I'm thinking if you're Movistar Riders now, you just want to hold on to these weapons going into the next round, but that might not be allowed. Lowell is on the prowl. Mopos with Mixwell's op in hand. Now there is enough money on this side of at least one of the Hellraisers players to go hunting if they choose to do so. That's Lowell. Could buy up regardless. And we'll see if he can find that op on Mopos. Answer's going to be yes. Actually, Mopos is a little late to pull the trigger.
But does it nonetheless. So we look at it in the last round of the half. Either 12-3 or 11-4 is going to be the score line as we look towards the second half of play. Movistar Riders fairly comfortable here on their CT. As you can see, the string of rounds at the top of your screen. It's all laid out there. There was only one round there for quite some time for the Hellraisers. But now they found 2, and now they want to make it 3 or 4 exactly. So here we go. A lot of utility being used here in mid early on, potentially to make it look like a little bit more of a presence than it actually is. They've already stormed out a palace on this A site. And they've ran out with a quickness. Mixwell just holding the bottom of the stairs, wants to know if someone jumps over. Meanwhile, the rest of the Hellraisers have found their way out onto the site. Bomb will be getting planted in default. Oof, missed shot there from Mixwell into Issa. And that could have been the one right there. Last round of the half, there will be no save. But we will have a little bit of a standoff here towards the CT ticket.
Smoke's going to go off. Oh, he heard something. Oh, there we go.
Lord.
This is when you go through a haunted house and they got one of those pop-up things, right?
The guy that jumps out of the wall, he's just flailing his arm.
Oh, God. Bound to give you a heart attack.
11-4.
Yeah. I guess valiant effort from Hellraisers to fight it out towards the end of it and salvage together 3 rounds. But this was all about Movistar Riders. As we see the bets, favorable odds from GGBet. 4.48 for Hellraisers, 1.18 in odds for Movistar Riders on a win. And yeah, that kind of makes sense given the circumstances.
That it certainly does.
Yeah. We've seen teams work their ways towards comebacks, though, already, so we're not going to write off Hellraisers just yet. But Pistol, obviously going to be a vital part of this 3-man stack from the CT side, at least initially. Movistar Riders happily holding back, awaiting sort of aggressive push from the side of Hellraisers. It's not going to be coming anytime soon, though. Curious if Angel, with the 2 flashes there, is he's pretty much just waiting on some sort of a sound cue that the guys towards apps is actually going to tell him. Seemingly no, he actually moves away because of the smoke, loses his lineup, and then throws a flash into the wall that flashes only himself.
Which is not ideal, is it?
No.
A fast cat take here from the side of Movistar Riders. With the potential to put themselves up to 12. Angel striking first, Lowell second, and again, there's been some trading here. Mixwell able to get something going. But now it's all just up to him. 49 HP. Stuck on catwalk between a couple of hard places here. And it's Lowell, the former teammate, with 4 kills on the board.
Yeah, it's literally just Spaniards killing, more or less, on this server right now. Lowell doing most of the heavy lifting for Movistar Riders. Not for Movistar Riders. He used to, but now he's trying to do it for Hellraisers.
Well, the word that comes to mind, conquistadors.
That would have actually been such a good name. Why? Well, wait, conquistadors, were they Spanish or Portuguese?
I don't know. Let's check.
Let's get on that. That would have been such a good name, though.
Yep, Spanish conquerors.
There we go.
Right now, the conquering will be done by Oscar in middle. He does eventually fall, but don't worry, Issa's here to clean up. And again, Mixwell left to his own. That's going to be a pretty quick round, all things considered. 6-11 as the Hellraisers start to bounce back just a little bit. Now we're going to finally see some weapons out here on the side of Movistar Riders. AWP in the hand of Mixwell.
Yep. See what they have in store for us on the T side. Hellraisers had a really rough go of it. Have to wait to the very end to start picking up rounds in a row. Movistar Riders obviously looking to close this out as quickly as possible. We'll see how that pans out. Lowell is going to decide to stick with that MP9 instead of upgrading to a rifle at the cost of utility. Look at the pace from Mopos. All right, gets past the first Molotov, but not going to continue on with that. Just making sure that whoever's holding over towards B needs to use some utility, needs to be a little bit scared, potentially call for backup from Catwalk, and that's what they're going to get as well. Let's see what they make out of it. Pretty passive stance in mid as Alex moves his way through underground.
He does. He has made his position known, though.
Nice appearing over the smoke.
Here we have it. Movistar Riders kind of taking it slow here.
Well, there's nobody on catwalk, actually, so there's pretty free passage.
Yeah, and they've already kind of eliminated any idea for Hellraisers to take window room. So there you have it. Smoke in the jungle. Nuki waiting over there at ticket. This is somebody there to help. The fight's going down.
Pull the FAMAS. Well, does net himself 2 kills with it, but did look labored.
Yep.
Deaths, though. Seeing if he can actually find a way to get that bomb down. He will eventually do so. What they don't know about is Lowell.
Yeah, they definitely don't know about Lowell coming up here from the backside of a ramp. That's going to prove to be a bit of a problem, potentially. But they are holding fast. Deaths and Mixwell need to hold on to the site. Deaths standing out in the open does pay the price. They don't know. Oh, my God, what a peek. And you have been bamboozled, sir. Mixwell is out, and now is 7th on the board for the side of Hellraisers.
There you have it. So Hellraisers steadily bringing it back here on the CT side. Great start to their second half. 3-round streak from them. And that might be the start of something big. Remains to be seen, as you can see by the scoreboard. Lowell doing a lot of heavy lifting, sitting at 17 frag. It's next to follow at 11.
Oscar relatively quiet.
Yeah, hasn't really been able to put his mark on it. We did see him top frag for Hellraisers on Nuke, but again, not necessarily the most impactful frags. But still time to get into it. He does have an op to play with this time around too, and CT side oppers can be a real nightmare for T's to deal with, especially when they don't really have weapons. A lot of pistols on the side of Movistar.
Looks like they want to go towards A. Maybe a fast plant. Plenty of utility to do it. They're going to go ahead and dump it all over the wall right now. Nuki spots this, drops Molotov into sight, and now they're going to go for this quick plant. That is the play. They have been kind of bottlenecked, though. Waiting for these Molotovs to go around. Mixwell has pushed up to the CT ticket booth. Bomb will get planted, so that's a good start in the round.
And it's an open plant as well, which is really, really nice for them.
Oh, they flashed Mixwell all the way into CT. Did he see that player in spawn?
Don't think he did.
It wouldn't appear so. It's with the AUG. This has gone pretty well so far in the Movistar Riders, but they got to hold on for about 24 more seconds. It's going to prove to be a tough task indeed. Nuki gets involved from ticket, and that's it. So, all things considered, an easy retake. 5 alive for Hellraisers. Would have been nice to take some weapons away.
Well, they do at least get the plant. So there's always that.
You know what I was just thinking about, Halvor? Real off topic, but...
Do tell.
How much of your life do you spend wearing headphones of some sort?
Oh, Jesus.
It's a weird thing to think about, right?
Especially, yeah, because obviously if I'm playing, wearing a headset.
If you're at the airport, wearing a headset.
If I'm going out of the house, if I'm going shopping for groceries, I'm wearing a headset because
you're working. You're wearing a headset, like right now, for example.
Yeah.
It's a pretty strange thing. I'd like to know if there's any studies on that. I have to look it up on my own time. Meanwhile, guns out here for Movistar Riders. Mixwell getting real aggressive with his op. And Soker is going to look for a fight of his own. Almost barely pulls it off, but doesn't. So 3v4 is what this is translated into. And well, the Hellraisers has done a pretty good job of holding on to this A site thus far. Fight there in middle. Bomb down at T-spawn, so they're going to have to collect that at some point. Meanwhile, in the B halls, it's Oscar pushing. Slowly but surely, he has cleared out a considerable amount of ground here for the Hellraisers. And if he makes it all the way to T-spawn and spots that bomb, that's not going to be good at all. Op in the hands of Mixwell. Alex with the AK. You really got to hit those, Mixwell. You really needed that kill. And now that information is going to come through. But is Oscar going in the underpass is what it looks like. Oh, boy. Some more information for him. Going to go back for this bomb.
A pretty important ingredient to our
really
win.
In the 2v4, make that a 1v4.
Yeah.
Mixwell knows that this one's over. It's in the bag.
25 seconds. He just needs to stay alive. And, well, we were talking about how everything was so one-sided for Movistar Riders in that first half. Now, Hellraisers are closing the gap. Getting real close. 9-11, and there's not really a whole lot of money to go around on the Spanish side. Could be seeing Hellraisers at double figures rather shortly as Angel runs around the map trying to find the last remaining player. That's Mixwell with the op. He's going to be able to hold on to it.
Yeah, that was
It's getting close.
It was getting pretty squeaky right there, but nonetheless, this will be a full-on purchase here from the side of the Movistar Riders.
As we see the odds, and now they've shifted quite a bit, actually. Hellraisers back in the lead, I guess, from the GGBet odds. 1.39, Movistar Riders falling, well, I guess going up to 2.84. Still in the lead, though. Do mind. But yet to grab a T-sided round.
Molotovs being exchanged throughout middle. One connector, one top mid. A little place I like to call Mountain, even though that's not what it's called at all.
Didn't make it a thing.
It could be a thing. Maybe it's a little late to try to make it a thing. As this already is a pretty hated map across across the pool itself. Big grenade there landing on Alex. He's going to catch it with open arms. There we have the fight for middle. The battle for middle will continue. Still no one having fallen on either side of the map. Smoking off the window, and now they will gain full control of middle. Issa wants to try to find a one-way in it. It's not going to be presented to him. Meanwhile, Oscar finds himself at ticket booth with an op. He's going to be able to look down the connector, which could prove to be a big problem. And he does find a pretty good shot there on the Mixwell the very last second.
Oh, the timing from Issa is strong. Finds two completely unsuspected Movistar players. And all of a sudden, Movistar haven't really gotten close to anywhere of a sight. They're already down to two players.
Two v 5, Deaths and Mopaz. Not making much noise, if any at all. But they're going to walk right into three members of the Hellraisers. If they just push the envelope a little bit more. And there you have it. Angel with the death from above will take down the player, and then see Lowell just spraying into the body on the floor.
As we get another pause, this time very likely to say that it's going to belong to Movistar Riders. They haven't really gotten anything going here on their T side. It's been 6 rounds straight. No real response, and for all the domination we saw in this initial first half, it's been turned quite on its head. It's now Spaniards taking a bit of a beating. I guess to be fair to Hellraisers, this was their map pick. So it makes sense that they do start to come alive eventually. But definitely didn't look like they had a foot in this race, really, once we got started. And yeah, like, while most of the Hellraisers players on the scoreboard were starting to climb up here, as you can see, everyone's joining in on the fray. On the side of Movistar Riders, it's been pretty quiet, really, from the get-go. Last time we checked in on Mixwell, he had 18. Still sits on 18.
Yet to have grabbed a T round. 6 unanswered here for the Movistar Riders. You might be wondering, why on earth would Oscar Molotov that? Well, that to throw off their smoke.
That is very true, but the smoke wouldn't happen, or it didn't come through.
It certainly didn't, did it?
No, top mid smoke is going to be what they throw out instead. It's actually going to be something Angel uses to his own advantage. He's going to push forward, and that's a lot of information about to be gained, but it might be a little bit too late.
Yeah, we've seen this strat before from Movistar Riders. They were able to get a plan out of it last time. This time, though, I feel like it's going to be Issa and company that are just a little more prepared. Somehow he's only able to take down 2. There's proper trading in the site, 2v3. Potential to get the bomb down. They do have a player from Connector. It's still smoked off for the time being. It does look like they've kind of sat on their hands a little bit, and they're going to walk right back into Angel, who is already here on the ramp, having rotated. No kill for you, Angel.
That is pretty big. They managed to duck out of the bomb site. They looked kind of trapped, honestly. Now they've got 2 weapons to their name.
Yeah, but the sound cue's right here.
Yeah.
If it was Oscar and he was able to hear from the side of, T-Spawn being in top middle, he's got a pretty good grasp on it. He's got him pretty cordoned off. They're not going to be able to go too far. And the timing is just not his friend, is it?
Yeah, they're just kind of hanging about. Oh, he's creeping under a suspected angle from an opper. Pretty heads up by Deaths. Gets flashed into mid. Nobody's to be found. They still have a smoke as well on Deaths. See where he throws that down.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you need to get out of here.
Not really a fight that you want to take, but I suppose you'll stick around and take it anyway. Finally, Oscar's able to land it on the third shot, but the bomb does get planted. And that's going to be news there to the Hellraisers. It's going to give Mixwell a little bit of time to position himself. But will it pan out? That's going to be the real question. He does push, takes down the first kill. A big step right there for Mixwell. Lowell and him in a 1-versus-1. Former teammates. Mixwell not sure where he's going to be coming from, but he's completely exposed right now to that of Lowell. He turns and gets the shot off on him. You do love to see it, Movistar Rider fans. Mixwell coming out on top in the first round there on the T side.
What the hell was that? And Mirage was 1 HP as well.
That was
poetic justice.
In the bag for Lowell. In the bag.
Yeah. I was expecting it to be a thing. It's like, oh, yeah, 4x3, couldn't see him, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I definitely saw him. No doubt about that. That's a crazy round to turn around for Movistar Riders. Started off as a ZZ buy.
Yeah.
Their idea of success was getting a bomb plant down, taking a couple of weapons away, end up with a round win instead.
I'm going to pause. I'm going to come out here. I'm going to speculate on the side of Hellraisers to kind of reset after that, or even Movistar Riders.
It's kind of like calm down.
Yeah, pretty chaotic round, all things considered.
I mean, considering how quickly Mixwell, flicked over, you wouldn't be surprised if he just threw the mouse off the entire table. Just like, phew.
Woo. Well,
dislocated his elbow. I don't know.
12-10 here on the map pick of the Hellraisers, since Movistar Riders currently in lead. It's going to be a full-on purchase from both sides. 2 kits there for the Hellraisers, but if they wanted, they could have bought more. Not completely necessary.
To the next round we go. Early needs dropped into pit.
Oscar for the Deep Palace pick right now, having put himself all the way up there onto the balcony. Are they going to be aware of this, though? They are pretty close, so maybe they can bait out the shot. Yeah, they see him before he sees them.
Can he die, though? There you go.
Yes, he does. Now, to regress it will be Nookie. They might not expect this. They will hear him kind of running away. That's a lot of information to have gained. It saw that the movement was to go backwards. So ultimately, Mopaz does kind of keep Hellraiser still in check here. Is a deep within the site, and then the rotation will be from Connector and CT. They want to regress this. They want to go back out on A. They feel like they've taken down the defenders, but the rotation's already there. They are already in the right place at the right time with the right equipment. Can the Hellraisers hold on to this site? Big round here for them. Right now, Alex, I believe, finding his 6th kill of the game. Maybe 7th. Not entirely sure. It's going to be Lowell and Angel. Hold on to what they've got. A little bit of noise made there. Now he's exposed himself to the elements. Getting tagged down to 50 HP. Make it 47 with a little bit of nade on top. So this bomb itself, just waiting for that other opening. They're not real sure where this other player is. So now I think they're going to go ahead and fully commit to the idea of planning onto this site. They're going to smoke Connector if they can somehow figure out whatever dance is going on here.
I think Stoker's getting blocked from his lineup.
Literally playing Tetris at Tetris.
It's got to live up to the name game. They're going to smoke off jungle and Connector.
The time is going to be the bane of the existence here for the Movistar Riders. As soon as they go for this plant, the sound cue's going to pop. They're going to lose that plant timing, and that is going to be the round, ladies and gentlemen. As long as the Hellraisers don't peek this, they don't need to. Timer has run out.
But you have 2 smokes on the side of Movistar Riders. You use them for jungle and Connector, and you plan for the open CT spawn. Explain that.
We'll have to ask them at some point. I want you to reference this round, download a VOD of it onto your phone, and next time we see the Movistar Riders, I want you to ask.
It's going to make it my home screen.
It's a full-on WTF here, mate.
What in the world? Especially because, yeah, as you said, they were playing Tetris by Tetris for about 15 seconds.
Yeah, quite the hopscotch maneuver over there at Tetris.
I was lost 4v2. And with the way their T-side's been looking so far, you can't afford to make those kind of mistakes.
No, especially when Oscar's here in the window, still with an AWP in hand. That could be a big problem, but they've already gotten up catwalk. They've already gotten to the window room. Perhaps that they can rain down on him. Not going to be necessary. It's going to be Mopaz that takes him out just in the nick of time. Alex on 2 HP, though, with the bomb. So might want to go ahead and get that situation figured out as Lowell pushes B Halls. One in the Connector. What? I know that wasn't intentional, so could have worked out, really could have. And somehow, some way, Lowell finds the kill into this. And this has fallen right apart. Bomb making its way up there towards B Halls. Putting Mixwell that meets that of Lowell in the sight. So that's going to be the open door, but the flank is on them. The big flank is right behind them, Halbord. And if you look at it, this is going to be a weird pinch. They're going to be able to get the bomb planted.
Yeah, they do have forward positioning at least onto Mixwell. But I'm not sure if he's actually visible from the window. Oh, that's a shot.
Bye.
Nikki taken out. Means this is all by his lonesome. Alex is on 2 HP, but
they don't know where Issa's going to be coming from.
Oh,
They
he
spot a gun barrel there. A little too late. But is it? As he tries to drop out of the apartments, it's Mixwell that lands the shot. 13-11. Movistar Riders now have put themselves in a pretty good situation. The monetary situation for the Hellraisers, on the other hand, looking to need an economic bailout in the form of winning a round right here. Op in the hands of Oscar. Really banking on him holding middle down.
yeah, this is a big investment. The rest of them not following suit. Is it could have potentially bought up with an AUG or something to that effect?
And by middle with the op, I mean he's going to go to B Halls. So pistols around the op purchase, and so far, so good. Angel able to at least get one. It's a good sign. But that is where everything just kind of stalls out. It does kind of pause in the moment as it stands. Nobody wants to make the wrong move. It's a pretty pivotal round for both teams. So you think the Movistar Riders right here could go to 14 and then ultimately continue their path to map point. Oscar in control of B Halls. Shoots the op. It's a little bit of a bait. He might know this, though. Of course he doesn't. Big shots here from Oscar. Lands one. Goes for the second. Can't seem to do that. Still a number game in the favor of Hellraisers. This would be a big round for them to lose. They don't know about this player still in B Halls. That's going to present a problem. He has a backup teammate, Aaron Issa, coming behind him.
Are they just going to circumvent it, though?
It appears though they're going to try. They want to fight it out. I think they've got a hunch that
Someone's bailed out, yeah.
Yep, there you go. And they're going to make it all the way to A at this point.
How quickly is this going to be able to get to connector, though? That's the big question. Is he going to be able to find the plant potentially? It's going to be a safe one, so he could get wall banged.
Nope.
Oh, I said not aware of it.
Too fast, too furious for y'all, man.
Mixwell sitting on 3. Could go for the ace again. Making that CZ round.
Here you have it. The great 2v2 of this Mirage matchup. Lowell creeping his way in, spots one in the sandwich area.
And that's
Issa with the op, and that's that. Ladies and gentlemen, he has to back out. There's literally nothing he can do in this moment. No kit on his person, no armor, no real reason to fight for this, and that round's going to go to Movistar Riders, even with that frag. 14-11 with the bomb explosion.
Well, damn. It's not been clean on the side of Movistar Riders,
No,
but
it hasn't.
they are starting to grab a couple of rounds here. 3 out of the last 4. And with that saved up as well, that kind of saves the bacon for Oscar because, as you said, at the start of the previous round, he was the sole carrier of a weapon.
Well, talk about soul carriers. Mixwell with 29 frags, 12 deaths.
Yeah, that means he's had 11 frags in the span of the last 4 rounds, I think.
Yeah, he's doing something. He's doing it over there. Maybe all the
Had his
shooting of the
pre-workout.
bodies on the ground is really kind of
Started him off.
ignited a fire. Speaking of fires, Alex going to get lit up by a grenade, and then Angel will finish that off. Throwing some gasoline on it. The double kill there. Alex and Soaker falling. Connector in control completely of the Hellraisers. And let's see what Mixwell can put together in this moment. A real tough pickle he finds himself in. I'm not talking about those weird cucumbers that aren't actually pickles that are put on hamburgers for no real reason. I'm talking about the real deal here, ladies and gentlemen.
You got something on your heart you want to talk about?
I've been through some things, man. It's really traumatizing. Don't want to talk about it.
I can tell.
What I do want to say, though, Movistar Riders have elected to back out of middle. Tossed a few flashes over the wall here towards B, and what is still a 5 versus 3. They're going to have to get a pick sooner rather than later.
Oh. See if they can work their magic once more. Mixwell is still alive, and he's been the hard carry, as you mentioned, for Movistar Riders. He's able to sneak his way past, potentially, into jungle. That could create some chaos for Hellraisers. So the peek on ticket isn't necessarily super active at all times. Oscar needs to make sure that he's got eyes on multiple places at once. It's going to be the peek hit though. Angel ready and prepared. That's his third of the round. Game leader coming up big, and Mixwell loses out on an opportunity to find one of the rotations. Does send them back towards A, and Oscar might not be aware of this. He is in a pretty safe spot though, but once he wide peeks, could go horribly wrong. But no, time running out. Movistar not seeing any sort of opening in their view. Gonna decide to hold on to those two AKs. Movistar's T side seemed pretty timid, really, for the better part of it. Not fully committing to bomb sites. Not really sure what to do in late round scenarios. It's the third time we've seen time run out on them this half.
Tough pill to swallow. But you know what they say about taking your vitamins. It's absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
14 to 12. AKs. Dual AKs there for the Movistar Riders. Just some utility bought up around it. No pistols. I see yet again this execute over here on the A site. This time, everything seems to be a little bit more in order. They have actually smoked off ticket this time around. That could help. Return Molotov there from the side of the Hellraisers. And quite the maneuver from Soker to run through sight like that, but hey, he went for it anyway. Snooki that jumps on top of ticket, can't seem to land a shot. Mixwell eliminates him from the round. So already bomb planted. Hellraisers need to get back into this site. Oscar with the op and connector is going to leave that of Issa and Lowell to go around into CT ticket area. Try to retake from the CT ramp. Mixwell in a pretty nice off angle, but overall, as soon as he takes that shot, if he misses, and that's exactly what happens, he does fall. Good plant here. They don't know where these remaining two members are. Mopes is making his way through connector, but not very quietly. Stops the defuse, and that's that. Ladies and gentlemen, they've done it. They put themselves on a map point on the back of some heroics of deaths. Really well done there. And that one fell apart at the end. And for Movistar Riders, that is what we like to call living on a prayer.
I like them apples.
Or oranges in some case. Tomatoes, tomatoes. Potatoes.
Potatoes.
Potatoes? Oh. Anyway, good stuff there from the Movistar Riders. Really well done execute. They've done it a few times where they've been able to smoke off and then ultimately get the bomb down and play the waiting game as best as possible. Just good stuff all around there as they're able to finally put themselves on map point. We have another map we're going into now of Inferno after this. It will be the pick of the Movistar Riders. So if you are one of their fans,
things are looking pretty nicely.
Yep, things are looking just about right. Again, this is an elimination match. One of these teams is out. One of these teams will not be going to Cologne at the end of this series.
Well, it's time to figure out who's going to get the better start of it. If Hellraisers are going to take us to overtime, or if Movistar Riders are going to steal away Hellraisers map pick.
So flashes over A. Everybody's just kind of holding fast on the side of the Hellraisers. Don't have a whole lot of utility to hold things off with. Two kits, so one smoke's going to get used right now onto Catwalk. Another one, their only one, going to get used over there towards Palace. Does give Issa a little bit of a weird fight, but he can take that, probably come out on top in it. It's going to be enough to back Movistar Riders off just a little bit. They have one more smoke over there on Hellraisers, though. It's on Oscar.
Yeah. Right now, Hellraisers are in the situation where they can't necessarily fend off or, I guess, stagger a push from Movistar Riders with the limited utility they have, and it's going to be real tough to actually retake unless they can get really favorable trades as Movistar Riders move forward. See if they can manage it, though. Window smoked off. Into mid we go, late into the round. 45 seconds left.
Yes, sir. Working up Catwalk will be the Spaniards. And they have found success in that. Flash a little bit too early, only blinding one of them. Angel fighting from jail with his AUG. Has found success on Alex, and Lowell's going to chime in as well. Finding one, ultimately getting naded and destroyed by MAC-10. And it's going to continue to do a bit of drive-bys here. Bomb will get planted. Oscar's mixed shot. does allow that to be happen. They don't have a whole lot of time to play with here, so that bomb gets planted. Now just a 1 versus 3. Deaths swinging for the fences and ultimately striking out. 15-13. Movistar Riders still ahead. That round's not going to help the war effort.
Yeah. To get a bomb plant down, so that's going to do good for them. Not so much in this round. As you see, 3 of the players sitting between $2,000 to $3,000. So not really worth buying up for. I think the best Movistar Riders can do here is just take the eco, potentially get a deagle or 2, or 3 if you like, and then bank it all on that very last round to close it out. Seemingly that's what they had in mind as well. So Hellraisers, barring any massive slip-ups here, they should be able to go into a final buy round as well, or final round of the first map. Regulation with a full buy 2. And at that point, it's anyone's game. All right.
Planted.
Definitely so. Bomb, not yet down.
There's a chance for it. There we go. So the bomb's planted. Uh-oh. Oh, no, Alex. Not sure what the game plan there was. You didn't need to go for the knife. The kill would have been sufficient. You would have pulled off a lot of attention to that area at the very least. All things considered, that will be a pretty easy round there for the side of Hellraisers. 3 alive still. They're able to salvage the op, or at least keep it in Oscar's hands. 15-14. You smell that?
It smells like overtime.
Yes, it does. Yes, sir, it does. Indeed.
Oh. See where this takes us, though. Again, pretty decent buy on the side of Movistar Riders here. As we move into the last round, and for Hellraisers, they've got all the bits and bobs that they could want, including Oscar with that open window. Angel once again going on top of the fences. Had much success with this so far, and he's going to be continuously successful in doing so too. First frag of the round goes the way of Hellraisers. 1 step closer to overtime.
Overtime almost guaranteed at this point, barring a miracle here from the side of the Hellraisers. Or excuse me, side of Movistar Riders. Bomb's going to get planted. Good look, but everyone's very low. That's going to play a really forward position here, and they have to go for it. It's not like Hellraisers can just not. 3v5 here with the bomb down in the A site. And the backstab coming in from Lowell. Will he be aware of it? Yes, he will. Mixwell reads it like a book, as if they were teammates once upon a time. Oof, and another shot from Nookie. That is not what they had in mind. 1-2, can he go for the spray transfer?
Oh, and he does have a defuse kit as well on Angel. I got real dicey. Real dicey. But it does mean that Hellraisers do hold on, and we're going into overtime, 15-15. Hellraisers battling back.
Let's just for 1 second, okay?
Yep.
This was at one point 11-1.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we go to overtime.
Yeah, with the GGBet.odds being in favor of Hellraisers, 1.66 to the 2.12 of Movistar Riders.
Unreal.
So this Invitational has taken us for a bit of a wild ride, hasn't it?
Oh, it sure has. Most certainly given us that.
It's been a crazy couple of days so far, and we're just getting started, really. This is the group stage, Group B. Not even into the playoffs yet. Now 10K all across the board. We're going to see what the teams can do. You can see Oscar going like the very economical way of playing with the op in OT. Just light Kevlar and up, that's it. Nothing really more he needs. Boss nearly finds the timing. Instead, it's going to be Soaker to find the first opening. That's Angel going down. He's been such a big part of the comeback here for Hellraisers. Oh, there's also a pretty significant flank here from Lowell. He's going to find Alex.
So close, yet so far. Here we are in overtime. The bomb's starting to tick away ever so much faster. Just about 10 seconds to get on it now. It looks like Movistar Riders have held on. They're going to throw a smoke onto the bomb. Mixwell needs to hit this shot on the diffuser through the smoke. Oh, no. Yes.
Oh, yes. No.
Yes.
Yes. No. Oh.
Hellraisers. Grab around there. Really close stuff. Mixwell just a hair away from where he needed to be. A crosshair to be exact.
Very accurate, and that means Hellraisers are going to win out the first round of OT, but they do take substantial losses, so that's at least something Movistar Riders can work with going forward. This time, Oscar going to fully kit himself out. Remains to be seen, though, if the Spaniards can go even further. Oh, that's a nice attempt. Nuki gets tagged heavily.
A little overzealous there, but he went for the pick. Kind of got stuck in a Molotov. That didn't help anything at all. Not for his case. Mopez able to walk out on the B site with no one there to stop him. Bomb down and T-spawn, so I guess in theory they could just run it all the way there. 3 versus 3 is allow an Angel.
Meaty nade.
And the peek up there, right? What kind of smoke is that?
So with the forward positioning, definitely not something Soaker's going to be expecting after picking up the bomb. And, well, for all the good Mopus has done, it's not quite doing anything for Movistar Riders as of right now. Deaths does have an opportunity to catch Issa off guard. We'll see if he checks the corner. Issa should not be expecting this, though. No real reason, and he's just holding off for T-spawn. It comes all down to timing, whether or not he's backed off from the angle.
The bomb being down is not ideal here.
Yeah.
Plenty of time to fight for it in a 2v2. I wonder if they know how low Issa is. He does have the AWP, so he's going to be able to hold on just a little bit. But they're going to have to take these fights. Will they double peek it? They don't even have to. Issa just becomes a little bit exposed, enough to get some damage laid down. Angel, 1 versus 2. The bomb down on ramp. If they really wanted to, well, they could have hightailed it to B for sure. Looks like they're going to give it a go at least.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, it's going to take a while.
They're going to go for it. They cannot afford to stop and clear anything, so they're just going to run it in. And it looks like Angel's got the heads up here. He's got a kit, too, so he's bought some time.
Yeah, I was about to say,
what could go wrong here?
There's not enough time for this.
Oh, God.
Actually, I've seen this exact same scenario, and it's about 3 years ago, and it happened to Sabrosa.
Oof. And he dies 17 to 15.
It's kind of, you have to realize like how long rotations are from any port of the map.
That's a long run, man.
Yeah, it's, I mean, because you have to add 4 seconds to it, right? Because you want to plant the bomb.
Like, they had just enough time there, had the bomb not been dropped, to get the bomb down. But immediately following that first confrontation, that first contact.
We're talking millisecond.
Yeah, it's done.
Like, if he just miscues his first trigger to the bomb to get it planted, so there's a delay, round over.
Yeah.
If he, I don't know, stubs his toe, like, it's over.
You don't want to stub your toe. That stuff hurts, man.
Steps on Lego.
That also
ends your life.
Shocks your hand on the doorknob.
Also true. And, well, it seems like that might have taken an extra bit of piff out of Movistar Riders for now. 2 rounds in a row for Hellraisers. We might be closing out OT in a perfect fashion for the first half. And this has been 2 rounds where Movistar Riders definitely have been in it.
That is the case. Nice shot there from Soaker on the Angel, bringing us to a 4 versus 4. The bomb's going to go ahead and start to flood out onto this B site where Lau will be waiting there in jail. They're going to nade him. He's going to take a little bit of damage. Not what you'd expect, though. And with that AUG, he's going to try to spray them as they run out. Can't seem to land anything. Alex getting into the game, getting activated for himself. Now we're talking about a retake here. Movistar Riders able to get this bomb down. Just not really, though. Gonna have to go ahead and defuse that Molotov. Oh boy. Retaking Oscar and Issa. Boom. One from Oscar. Left to his own. 39 HP, 2 kills in the round already. He's gonna have to look for some more frags here. A 2v1, Mixwell with an op of his own. The time has ticked away, and I feel as though the opportunity has as well. Oh. Then you get bursted by the Glock into the back of your head. 17 to 16. It's going to be Hellraisers that have bounced back, have found success. Again, this was 11 to 1 at one point. Quite the grim look there for the Movistar Riders.
Yeah, but at least they managed to salvage one round from that first half. Definitely could have been more, but they will take what they can as we see the updated bets here. Movistar Riders just steadily losing the faith of the GG bet. 5.02 for them and 1.14 for Hellraiser's victory at this point. Mixwell had a foot and an elbow, really, to connect to there, potentially. Doesn't sink the shot. Gets smoked out. So Hellraisers will be able to move up towards Cat. Is making sure nobody's hiding around the corner. Seeing a passive stance on the side of Movistar. Ooh, that's a duel as it comes out losing. Alex does significant damage onto him. Alex, who had so much impact on Train versus G2, not really finding his footing just yet here in this game, but there's still time. Mixwell posted up by Forrest. With the op, he's actually not going to be even needed to get into action early on. It's going to be Mopus with the first frag in mid, and well, Lowell wants to join in. So the Spaniards on both sides fragging. Now Mixwell needs to sink some shots, but instead it's going to be Lowell to find even one more. And just like that, we're looking at a 2v3 situation. Bomb down. One defuse kit on Alex and low HP on Issa. So there's definitely an opportunity here for Movistar Riders. But that kill from Oscar is going to really increase the chances of Hellraisers getting to map point. Seemingly they have an idea that Alex is coming from B-Apps as well. He's actually decided to turn tail. Going to hold on to that weapon. Mixwell obviously investing pretty heavily into that op with utility and whatnot. It's not going to have the most of money. And Hellraisers from a 1-11 deficit, now looking at potentially closing out their own map pick. What a turnaround it's been. Star Riders can't be feeling too happy about how this has turned out.
Absolutely not. 18 to 16. You're going to be kicking yourself in the teeth for that one. Especially over on the side of Hellraisers, or excuse me, Movistar Riders. Again, 11 to 1. I can't stress that enough. It's just kind of painful to even think about, even though we're not even in the game. We're not even playing. Having shown a bunch of face here is Mixwell. 35 frags to his name. The aggression from Movistar Riders early on in the round is going to thwart any plan to take mid control there from Hellraisers. Double up. Just like that, we're looking at an 18-17 almost, unless Lowell and Oscar can put together some sort of tag team here. There's currently no one there to defend the A bomb site, except for Soker has found the frag necessary. And that does leave Oscar with the op by himself in the underpass. So he's just going to be kind of trying to keep it alive here for the side of the Hellraisers. They are still one round away. They can still concede this round, can still lose this round, and still win the game. And by the game, I mean the map, because we do have another map on the cards. You might have forgot what it was, but don't worry. We'll remind you.
Got you covered.
It's going to be Inferno. So Hellraisers would be winning their pick, and then Movistar Riders will go on to theirs of Inferno. That'll be their pick. So still a shot in this best of 3 for both teams. You win your own map pick. That's kind of the goal. Now, this could have been certainly a different story. And as I say that, 20 seconds left on the clock. He does have the bomb in hand, and probably just going to run right in here and face Mopez. Straight up, Op versus MP9. We're going to see the drive-by.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. Ops did not pick up an op. They don't want to have a double op set up on the CT side, apparently. Opus has been, feels like running around with an MP9. Quite a lot of that CT side, but he's been getting frags with it, so it's all good. And a full buy comes in more or less from the Movistar Rider side. Guns being dropped around. Mopo's also going to upgrade to an M4. Here we go. Time to find out if we're going into double overtime. We've already had 1 quadruple overtime today. Our Hellraisers are going to be able to take us to Inferno. Oscar lining up the smoke for stairs. And away we go. This time it actually lands where it's meant to. But that doesn't stop Alex from finding the first opening. He spotted a second player over towards Tetris as well, but can't collect the spray. Lawl's going to find the return immediately for Hellraisers. But still kind of bogged down. Managed to get his way with the bomb into Sandwich, but they need to get a bomb plant here. Oscar set up.
That's a good kill right there, a big one to take.
Yeah. The idea here is that they're going to get an open plant down, so Oscar can be the delayed flank. And,
Oof,
well,
what a shot from Mixwell.
that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Oh, Mopo's knows.
But does he, though?
What an evil genius he is. Because he's going to wait for the bomb to make its full rotation over here, and he's going to deny the bomb plant.
This could be very pretty. Let's see if it pans out the way that you have forecasted it, Vendetta. Sit back, relax. Everybody grab your juice box and get ready for what's about to happen here. Map point, and this could be all a big blunder. It's all on Mopez. Right now, it could change the tide of the entire game. This is going to be a big round. He's going to stop the plant, stop the plant.
Stop it, stop it.
Boom,
There we go.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay, plant
That's
has been
round 1.
stopped, and that's it. That's all she wrote. All they have to do now is stay alive. There's absolutely no way that they can kill Mixwell over on the A site, and that's going to force another overtime. Whew. Hot damn.
We're getting all the rounds today. All the rounds and then some bonus ones.
That's what you would say in the Twitch chat, something about 200 IQ play, 500, whatever the IQ may be. I think the max you could possibly have is 1,200.
Yeah, no, I think it was pretty high up there. Again, just not falling for the temptation. Some people would have been like, just I guess clearing your nearby area to see if there's anyone with him at the time being, then downing him. But just giving them zero opportunity to actually win out that round is just beautiful.
And what this has done as we go into OT has kind of set the stage. OT2 now 18-18. We're basically back at 0-0. And a one-way here for Mixwell. Will he be able to abuse it though? That's going to be the big question. Oh, he's got a good lineup, and he finds Angel, but no real reason for him to stick around and keep playing with fire right there.
And right now, Movistar Riders might be back in the hot seat. Or driving seat, I should say.
Driving seat, you know.
Driver's seat, I guess.
Any kind of seat, really.
The seat where you're pretty comfortable. Not having to... Ooh. Smoke seemingly fades quicker for Lowell, or he's got glasses on, I guess.
Yeah.
So vision is on point.
One side of that site is going to be Mixwell with AWP back towards Van. He's going to back off the jail now, but this bomb, well,
Soaker.
This bomb has found its way towards the B site, and, well, the site itself is starting to become open. Open for business. Unless Death's got something to say about it. Catches Issa with a grenade out, but it's not going to be enough. The Hellraisers do put a round on the board after the disaster that was the round prior, 19-18. We're still in this one.
Hellraisers.
The lights go out in the city, Halvor.
The people are calm, not sweaty. Mom spaghetti.
Yes.
All
Something
of that.
about lipstick on the arm or something. I don't really know how that works.
Never really heard the song. Never. Wasn't that big.
I heard a snippet of it once. Maybe you know what it is, Twitch chat. Let us know. 19-18, and Hellraisers have to still be feeling a little hurt after what could have been the closing of the door here. Looks like they're a little disjointed. Not exactly sure where they want to direct themselves.
Well, we'll see if Movistar can bring one back. If you were to lose this one, pretty strapped for cash. It's obviously going to be a bit of an issue. Molotov will hold them back from B-Abs temporarily. As we see, three-man squad moving up towards Catwalk. Again, hasn't been a big contention point for Movistar Riders to actually fight for this area. Oh. A couple of trades going back and forth, and Angel finds one for himself, too.
3v3.
Oh.
Make that 3v2. Nookie's going to fall with the bomb. Issa with the trade. So there's still a potential to get the bomb planted here. Mixwell's got plans of his own. Lowell on his own as well. 1 versus 2. He's going to have to grab this bomb. 20 seconds. He could toy around a little bit, but he's going to fake plant it right away.
Yeah.
Take fire from Catwalk. That information alone was the end of that. 19-19. Movistar Riders still in the fight. Still holding on for everything they've got here in Mirage.
They do, and that's a pretty big get as well. Mentioned the money factor for Movistar Riders leading up to this and what it would mean if they lost that round. Also, just giving themselves a chance to potentially close out themselves once they swap sides. If they were to get 2 CT side rounds here, that would be a pretty big grab. Smoke that a mid again. Not going to be too much worth fighting for, and Soker just completely oblivious to the fact that mid's open. It's taken down, and Mixwell smoked off.
Oh my goodness. Angel has stomped on the gas. It looks like this A site is all but fallen here to the side of Hellraisers. They're able to get in there and get that bomb plant with conviction. Issa waiting out on the smoke somehow, some way, realizes it, and Mixwell is the lesser. 11-1. 11-1, ladies and gentlemen.
That's where we were. Starting to feel like a while ago.
Yeah.
Mixwell 39-8. Lawwell 33-27. Doing pretty well for themselves. Everybody's getting around to fragging. Alex is the only one who really is having a bit of a rougher time of it so far, but Movistar Riders still within a chance here. Going to need 2 T-sided rounds, though, to keep it even and take it to a third. As for Hellraisers, the magic number here they're looking for is 22.
Righto.
Job's done.
More work. More gold required. And there you have it. Looks like the hit over here onto this A site will be from the side of the Movistar Riders. Not the great set pieces that we've seen prior when they wanted to attack this bomb site, but there's still some smokes and Molotovs being used to sort of cordon on what would be the choke points. Issa taking about a lot of damage. Spare my math. That's 62, yeah. So anyway, it's been stopped. Bomb's still over there towards the Sandwich Tetris area. Now it's going to start to get planted, so here we go. Bomb planted. Movistar Riders want to grab this one. You don't want to have your dominoes fall here. Angel doesn't see the feet. And there's just a player right there on the side of the smoke. I'll turn the x-ray off so that you guys can get a more realistic feel for just 1 second. In the meantime, Soker is going to go ahead and give Angel all the feels. Deaths as well. The trade out from Oscar. 3v4, 3v3. Dwindling down as Nookie gets involved for himself, but the timer is ticking down on this bomb ever so quickly. Oscar and Lowell coming alive. Death's doing everything that he needed to do. Will he be able to get on the bomb in time? I think he's just barely going to have it with 1 HP. Lowell gets it done in a really close fashion. 21-19. You see him shake his head. Funny stuff right there. All still mates, of course. All just banter. And what could very well be the last round.
And what a hero Lowell's been for Hellraisers in this game. Keeping him in at the worst of times and always being there in the best of times, too. Now we get to see if it's going to hold all the way in. As you said, one more round needed. Angel's going to get smoked out of mid. The Movistar Riders, again, pretty standard setup on their end. Not pushing aggressively into top mid, just focusing more so on underground. This time with 3 players. It's going to work out pretty nicely for Hellraisers, though. Angel and Issa combined with 3, and Maxwell's getting needed to bits and pieces. Does find Issa.
Yeah, but will it be enough? In a 2v4, I can't imagine a world. Well, I guess I can. I've seen a lot of Counter-Strike today, so there is a possibility for this. Death's going to hold out. He's not going to allow us this close. He might not even check this, to be honest, but he does. Without even damaging the pottery. Good on you, Lowell. Now it's just Mixwell. 44 HP against 4. We'll take the shot, and that's it. We have seen the conclusion of Mirage. It's going to be the Hellraiser.